Hello and welcome to a journey through tarot. Okay guys, so apologies because I tend to lose my voice every single time I try to go on and do a reading. So I got some tea and I hope that is helpful. So again, there's gotta be something or someone whose throat is probably blocked because I felt fine and all of a sudden I was feeling antsy today. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do some readings because I have the opportunity today. I work with the school district in Texas and they were closed yesterday for a snow day because it's been frozen and like in Texas we can't handle any freeze, you know what I mean? I'm sorry. So I felt like today would be a good day to do some readings. And I'm bringing out some more of the tarot cards that I have that are fairly new. And this is going to be for the sign of Aries. Aries, sun, moon, and rising. Always check the rest of your charts. I know every tarot reader says that, but I've noticed I am a Gemini rising. I've been watching more tarot that has to do with Gemini, and I've tended to resonate with that. So I also, what is this deck called? This is the Arcana of Astrology. So I also am trying to learn some more astrological information. I'm not keen on it. I guess I'll just take these cards that flew at me. So I'm still learning, and I do want to bring that into and incorporate it a little bit more. So right off the bat, we got Sagittarius. So more fire here. So either you have Sagittarius or someone you're dealing with has Sagittarius in their chart. I personally am a Sagittarius moon, and I'm an Aries rising, or I'm an Aries sun, in case anybody's interested. The 12th house. And you astrological, what do you call? I don't know. I can't think right now. Astrologists know more than I do. So I'm not sure what the 12th house is. So I'm just going to break this out if you don't mind. If you already know what it is, then feel free to fast forward. But again, I'm in learning. This is why I call this Journey Through Tarot. This is not, I know everything about tarot channel. This is, we are learning and it is a journey. So real quick, I'm just going to take a look here, and this one I've never seen before. I don't even know how to pronounce it properly. Ceres? I have no idea. So I'm going to look that one up too. Feel free to fast forward if you feel the need, but I am going to take a look here. So we have the 12th house, which is, it looks like Pisces and water elements. So this is emotional. Okay. So obviously you're working with a lot of emotions. It's a secrets, institutions, and karma. It's an intense area. It's avoided by a conscious level. Okay. That actually makes sense. I'm sorry. My dog is going crazy because we ordered food. And yeah. So I'm going to take a quick pause and I will be right back. You guys won't even notice. Okay. I'm back. Sorry, we've got food. I got a little ice cream shake. Hopefully it helps my throat. Anyway, so 12th house has to do with emotions. So Aries, there's something that is affecting you on an aspect that you're subconsciously trying not to maybe feel right now. And it's funny though, I can relate to that quite a bit. Where you're just like, I know that someone or something hurt me in the past. I prefer not to face it right now because I'm a busybody. I have things to do, you know, and as Aries, we are extremely busy. We're constantly going. We constantly have some sort of project or something that we need to get done, right? So I think the 12th house is just saying potentially it's time to face whatever emotional baggage. I want to use the word baggage because as Aries, we're like, I'm strong, I got this, you know. Emotions are not a weakness, and I am one of the main people who will say, I think it's stronger for a person to cry it out. I think it's stronger to face your emotions. But my issue is I don't have the time, right? As an Aries, I'm just using my own perspective. So take that as you will, if it resonates or if it doesn't. But I personally think that I have to take time out to feel my emotions because I want to fully encapsulate myself in them. And that's my personal, process. So when we're getting green here, which I'm also seeing as the heart chakra. So dealing with emotions, dealing with the emotional side of Aries, which is, when it comes to Aries, it's like you never know what you're going to get, right? We're so dynamic, we're so complex. It's like there's two levels that you can get. You can get the very fiery, action-oriented, and then you can also get the very sensitive side. And it also depends on what else is in your chart. But as far as Aries goes, we're usually strong and fierce and we come at you a certain way, but sometimes we do it to protect ourselves. And I think that we protect ourselves at times when we have some emotional things from the past. This can go back to childhood even, This could be things that you're like, I haven't thought about that in a long time because I don't feel like it's necessary because I'm trying to grow from it and move forward and not stay in the past, which I totally get. Real quick, I'm going to look up that Ceres. I have no idea how to pronounce that. I apologize. So those of you in the comments, if you are an astrologist or you know quite a bit about astrology, feel free to give us some insight, because again, this is the journey through tarot. We're learning, we're growing, we're trying to find our niche in life, and we're trying to get to that level of possibility, that others may not have reached. And that's how I personally take this journey. Life is a journey. Life is about learning and growth and change. And so for me, I don't think that we all have it together. I don't think that anyone understands the full extent, you know what I mean? Oh, wow. So this is the mother. Motherhood. This is relating to unwavering resolve. Wow. So this was a mother figure in mythology, okay? She actually managed to strike a deal with Pluto that allowed her daughter to come back to the realm. Okay. Spring is in here, changing of seasons. By the way, Aries, we're on our way. In March, we'll all be springtime and our birthdays are coming. And I don't know about you personally, but when spring comes around for me, that has always been my growing and changing season. I've always noticed that from like December all the way to February, there's always like this dragging energy for me personally. And then by the time that March comes around, I always feel like there's this renewal of energy. So, excuse me, my nose is running. It's like you're being reborn, and I get this, like, I just got this weird visual of like someone unzipping, almost like a snake shedding its skin, someone like unzipping their skin. It was a weird visual, but for some reason it's like a banana peel coming off. I don't know, weird visual, but there's definitely this like growth period happening right now. And I think it either has to do with someone who's a Sagittarius, or you have a lot of fire and passion towards them, or, you have Sagittarius in your chart. So, take it as it resonates. It could be someone who has a lot of power and focus towards you. I randomly decide right now that I want to get an oracle card here. And this is from the Angel Guide Oracle to see what advice we're getting for Aries regarding the situation. So what advice do you have for Aries? Okay, that came out right away. Let's take those. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, so vulnerability. We just branched on that a little bit. Emotions are a vulnerable state of mind, right? You are enforced to feel when you're in that vulnerability. And it's almost like, it's not that you don't want to face them, and it's not like you're hiding them, but right now you're like, now I cannot focus on that. I want to give it my full attention. I don't have time for that at the moment. It's very busy, headstrong Aries is what I'm feeling. And this has to do with romance. Romance and connection. So there's some sort of connection, potentially with a Sagittarius, or just someone you feel very fired up about, or they feel fired up about you. But there's a lot of pain that I'm feeling. And this is just a side story. This isn't necessarily from the cards, but I'm feeling like there's a past energy of someone got hurt. And that generally is the overall theme of every relationship, really. I mean, nobody's perfect. Everyone goes through something to an extent. But I'm feeling like you in particular are feeling, and it's funny that this card is vulnerability and freedom. So it's interesting. It's like vulnerability towards my romance, and I know it's difficult, but then it's like there's this sense of freedom that I also want. So it's almost like the Two of Swords energy here. It's like you're making a choice, you're making a decision, you're unsure of which way to go, and that's potentially what I'm getting from this. Or if you are in a current relationship, I do feel that this connection is going to grow stronger through the vulnerability from you. And also, as Aries, we need our independence. So I feel like if you are in a relationship, you have to have your own freedom and your own things. Otherwise, you feel the word that I'm getting is slipping my mind, but it's almost as if you feel trapped. I want to say trapped, but I'm seeing like this visual of like someone pouring dirt on someone in the ground. It's like you feel like suffocated. Literally, you're like, I don't know why I'm getting these weird visuals right now, but it's like someone is taking your breathing room. It doesn't feel like you can breathe. Like, it's not just like, hey, it's not that I don't love you or I don't appreciate you. It's just I need my own sense of self, and I need my independence. You're looking for the ultimate interdependence, meaning you guys can do your own thing, but you can also meet together at the end of the day and talk about your day. Or, one of you can go on a road trip for a weekend or go on a business trip, and the other one's perfectly fine, and sometimes they enjoy it. It's always nice to miss somebody. It's always nice to have a couple days apart and just say, hey, I really missed you. And it just really, for me, especially with those of you who could potentially be in a long distance relationship, I'm kind of getting that vibe, because it's like she's holding this star of hope. It's like you're just so far away from me. There's like this distance between them, but then also they're still in each other's heart. I'm going to say this casually. It could be not the case, but I'm getting a twin vibe from this. The only reason why I say this twin flame vibe is because it feels like this is like 5D, like in your heart here. You guys are always together, yet there's this level of independence. So I'm almost feeling like, yes, you are with someone, but it's 5D, and you aren't, like, there's a distance between you. Either that, or your person, travels for work, or, it's, you don't live together, or some sort of situation. Because there's this, like, duality here. It's like this romance and connection, and then there's vulnerability and freedom. So there's, like, this multitude. It's like, hey, I love you, but I also need my freedom. Okay. Let's move on from that. This deck here, I'm trying to remember. Sacred Destiny. I'm looking at the box that I have up on my shelf. So this is the Sacred Destiny Oracle. And I'm just going to go ahead and pull from here. I'm feeling like a lot of Oracle messages for you today, Aries. I feel as though you are needing advice from Spirit. There's this level of like, who am I, It's like you're focusing on what you want, and I think it's a beautiful energy. I really do. For Aries, Spirit. For Aries. I feel like there's someone in the back of your mind, though. It's like you're super independent, insanely so. It's like I don't need anyone, and you don't need anyone. That one wants to come out. Oh, yep, there's someone in the back of your mind because of this, right? Because of this sexual tension, because it can be lonely, right? Being single. You know, I'm a single mother, and I mean, it can be hard at times, and you kind of want someone to share, and it's like this intimacy. There's a missing intimacy that I personally feel like I'm missing in my life. I don't know why I keep bringing up my own scenarios, but it just feels, excuse me, and my throat seems to be closed every time I'm trying to tell you guys something. It's almost like a message just does not want to come out. So there's this less energy. Let's be completely honest here. There's someone in the back of your mind. I was just saying that before this card popped up. There's someone in the back of your mind who you may pine over when it comes to the physical. And I'm going to say that in the sweetest of ways. Either that or they are pining after you. There's this level of, I'm almost getting like Six of Cups energy, like nostalgia, memories. And for me, it's like intimacy isn't just the act of like lovemaking. It's also like holding hands, and the most intimate times could be such simple things like someone brushing your hair, or, you know, kissing on the forehead, or it's just very sweet, loving gestures. And these are the kinds of things that if you are single, you're missing. Or if you're in a relationship, it seems like it's long distance because I feel like you're missing your person. Or your person might be, you might feel that they're distancing themselves physically, like they're here, but you guys haven't shared intimacy maybe, or someone's going through something, so it's almost as if like they're blocked in a way from this intimacy you used to share. You both may have tattoos. That's just, it doesn't have to be, but it just, the tattoos are really kind of showing in my brain here. So yeah, it's just funny. It's like, there's someone in the back. I swear, it's like, I know you, Aries. I see you, because I'm the same way. I'm like, oh, I'm good. I don't need nobody. And then all of a sudden it's like, it would be kind of not, you know, and you don't need anybody. And my thing is like, and I don't want to just be like, when it's meant to happen, it's supposed to happen. And it's like, sometimes that doesn't feel like the right perspective. It doesn't feel like, okay, let me just never leave the house and all of a sudden Prince Charming's gonna show up. Like, no. Aries does not feel that way at all. Sorry, I'm getting hairs in my cards. I have long hair, so it's just like, it's everywhere. But anywho, also I don't say anywho, so that's for someone. Someone says that. Anyways, so there's this level of, yes, I'm independent, but I also have needs, right? You know, I'm an Aries. Like, there's fire through there's blood. There's fire through these veins. Fire in my blood. I don't know why I said blood. Weird day. Okay. Let's see if we need any more messages from you. I think that might have been the only message. Oh, that one kind of wanted to fly out. Forbidden. Yeah, this love feels very forbidden. You guys are like, what is the issue? Like, is this a Romeo and Juliet type of relationship? Like, is your family's like pining against you? Pining. Why do I keep saying pining? That's another word I don't use. Are your families completely against each other? Is there some sort of forbidden love here? You know, there's a distance. There's a lot of distance between the two of you. That's why I'm getting twin flame vibes. And also we have matching statues that are reflecting each other. We can get in on twin flames if you guys are interested, but right now, I don't normally like to just throw that out there, but I'm really getting that vibe right now. This is like a forbidden love. And they may have even messed it all up. You know, twin flames, that's what they do. What else, Spirit? Aries energy. Aries current energy. What are your current thoughts and feelings, Aries? I don't know. What is going on? I feel like I'm very jittery, like I just had coffee or something as soon as I started this read. So you guys are like ready to go. Courage. again, there's this like level of vulnerability of you not, there's like, I don't want to say that you're afraid, but it's almost like you don't want to revisit those emotions again. So there's this like, I don't need to feel that right now. I'm getting Elsa. Don't feel, what is it? How does it go? Something she talks about like, don't let them see, don't feel like, I don't know why I'm getting Elsa. I'm getting Ice Queen vibes here. So maybe you are being icy towards this person. You're being logical. You're like, I'm going to stick with facts and I'm going to stick with that right now because emotions right now, I just don't have time for it. It's like, I know it's in the back of my mind. I know this is how I feel, but right now I'm focusing on me. I'm focusing on my career. I'm focusing on my schoolwork. I'm focusing on whatever it may be, right? So courage. I face the inner strength to, good Lord, guys. I cannot speak. Maybe your person wants to speak to you, but they can't speak because I'm getting that throat chakra blockage. For some reason, my verbiage is sounding weird. So I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. Again, I don't think you're fearful, but I do think that you're not ready to face this at the moment. Maybe you are in a long distance relationship potentially, and you're like, I don't know if this is working out. But it's like you can't face it because you love that person, or it's a twin flame dynamic and you're like, they have ran from me. I don't want to be the chaser anymore, so I'm not going to let my emotions bubble up to the surface anymore because I'm done with it runner chaser. I'm done with these cycles. I want to end these cycles. I want to move forward. We have guilt in reverse. Your person feels guilty. I'm getting the vibes. I'm going to go with my intuition here. Your person feels guilty. They did something, or they feel guilty because they're long distance, or they feel guilty because, you know, their job comes first right now, or you feel guilty because, I don't think you feel guilty though. I'm not getting that, but maybe you do. Take it as it resonates. I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. I love that. There is a level of guilt from your person's side. I'm getting it from your person's side. I'm going to stick with that. I don't want to say it's 10 different stories when I feel like this is from your person. So if that's not you and it doesn't resonate, then don't take it, right? One of my favorite decks ever. One of my favorites. I hope I don't have to get the reference book because it's like, these can be pretty in-depth. Starseed oracles. I personally relate with Starseed, so let me know if you guys do. Let me know your guys' stories. I'd love to know. Okay. Fall into my arms. Surrender. Holding the opposites. Extremes of life. What? This confirms everything. Surrender. The vulnerability. There's something that you're not surrendering right now. And Spirit's saying, you have to face this. There's something you have to face. And you're like, I'm not going to reach out first. Or, you know, I don't know why I said I'm not going to reach out first. But that just comes straight to my mind right now. There's a distance, whether it be in intimacy, whether it be in physical distance, whether it be your person isn't in your life at this moment. You know, it's a twin flame dynamic. They chased, or you chased, they ran, vice versa. Fall into my arms. Your person is literally saying, fall into my arms. And I'm noticing, I don't know if you can see this, probably not, but there's little angels above here, and they're reflecting again. There's twin flame dynamic. They're watching, and it's like they are purifying the water underneath. And this woman is holding a baby in the water, and it's like a purification. Surrender. Holding the opposite. So to me, that's like, I feel a certain way. I want to follow my heart, but my mind is telling me to go this direction. Extremes of life, meaning right now, you're so focused on life, you can't face whatever is on the back of your mind. There's a particular person. There is a particular person who is either the one who got away, your person currently who you feel is the love of your life, who is, you know, your forever, your person. But there's some sort of distance between the two of you, and that is concerning to you, but you're not facing it. This is the vibes that I'm getting here. You're not facing this. And Spirit is like, hello, we're here for you. Like, we're giving you the go ahead, I feel like. We have wait in reverse. It's like, don't wait. Don't hesitate any longer, Aries. You know, it's in reverse. It's your time now. That's what Spirit's telling me. Star ancestors. So some of you may be starseeds. Look into it. Also read her book. What is it called? I think it's called Starseed. Hold on, let me double check because I really want to let you guys know what book this is. I have it right here. There's Light is the New Black, and Letters to a Starseed, and this is Rebecca Campbell. She's amazing. She's the one who also created this deck. Feel free to read her book. It'll change your life. Anywho, hidden secrets. There's something hidden that you are not facing. And I cannot tell you what that is. Only you would know. Lost wisdom, and look a little deeper. I'm going to let you take that, how that resonates. And I want you to sit on it for a moment. I want you to say, what in the world is she talking about? If you feel 100% confused, it's not your message. But if you're like, I know exactly what she's talking about, but I'm not going to say it out loud, right? This is an inner thing. This is something that you're hiding from the world. Excuse me. Okay, let's get a little tarot in here. I don't think I've gotten any tarot. Spirit guides, ancient ancestors, please give me a clear, concise reading for Aries. This is the Secrets of Tarot deck. I love this deck. It's funny, I just got it from Barnes & Noble. It's nothing fancy, but I love it. Okay. 5 of Wands reversed. So maybe we are letting go of conflict, or there was a previous conflict of energy. There was a big fight maybe the two of you had. Someone removed themselves from the situation, or you're either not facing it because you don't want to face conflict at this moment. You don't want to fight with your person. You'd rather just love them because you do love them. Either that, or your person is trying to avoid conflict by removing themselves. There's some sort of distance in conflict here due to the fact, there's some sort of distance here in someone avoiding conflict in some way. Again, I cannot speak, I apologize. You have the 9 of Swords here. Someone is up all night, cannot sleep. They are frustrated. They are having a hard time letting go. There's this level of feeling incomplete. Whether this is you or your person, I feel like it could be both of you. I feel like this might be a reflective energy, perhaps. But you're both staying up all night, but it's easier for you to not speak on it in order to avoid conflict, right? But then you have this King of Pentacles here. So either this is you and you're like very mature and you're, in this particular deck, it says man over 25 years. So it sounds like it's more of a masculine energy. It doesn't have to be. Dark eyes, dark hair, and business and arrogance. So, I mean, your person could be arrogant. They could be a King of Pentacles energy. They totally could be. This is their like higher self. Like, you can't get any higher than the King of Pentacles, right? It's like King of Pentacles and 10 of Pentacles hand in hand. It's like this person is, and I normally see this as a mature energy. I see this as like a father-like energy. Not necessarily your person's not like your father, but what I'm saying is it's a energy of safety, of stability, of material wealth, material gain, material abundance, right? So it's interesting how it's like, this almost felt like a huge shift in energy. It's like, although you're both kind of up all night, right? And you're avoiding conflict, at the end of the day, someone's leveling up here, whether it's you or your person. or you're leveling up and your person is hand in hand because you're twin flame dynamic. So there's something going on behind the scenes. There's a gap here, right? It goes from, oh my God, we're up all night, to all of a sudden Kings of Pentacles. So there's a gap here. There's something Spirit doesn't want you to know, because this is going on in the background. This is something that Spirit's like, don't worry, I got this. I got this. We can clarify this King of Pentacles energy. But I think that the Nine of Swords and the Five of Wands is pretty clear. It's like you're both trying to avoid conflict by not talking about it. I apologize if that was really loud. You're both avoiding conflict. I feel like there's like this love between the two of you. It's like this mutual respect, which I appreciate. Because it can be frustrating when relationships aren't going well and people tend to get highly emotional over it rather than thinking with their logical mind, right? And I normally, a lot of people take the King of Pentacles like arrogant, like it had said, or, you know, materialistic. I don't really get that vibe. I don't think that materials are a bad thing. I just think when you are arrogant, that's when we have an issue. But I don't find this energy as arrogant. I don't personally. Look, we have the Eight of Wands. I'm just trying to shuffle. Communication, rapid change, right? There's something in between this gap of timeline that's going to be, someone's going to communicate, whether it be you or them. I feel like it's more them, because I feel like you're in this high energy of like, I'm not reaching out. They did it, you know. I don't think you're saying it in like a pointing fingers way. I think you're just like, you know what? We've been through this many times, and this person keeps doing this. They need to mature. They need to level up. And they do. Tarot is confirming they do level up. But I do feel like there is a gap in the timeline here. And I don't think Spirit wants you to know at this time, because I feel like this is all going on in the background. But we can clarify. Let's see what we get. Clarify the King of Pentacles, please, Spirit. Clarify the King of Pentacles. Yeah, Spirit in my head is like, they don't need to know. Knight of Cups in reverse. So it's like, and I'm getting this as a mutual energy where you're both not wanting to reach out and give the couple love at this moment. There's some sort of blockage between the two of you, and I think that you both need to rest. I'm almost getting a Five of Swords energy where it's just like, just rest. Just rest. You know, let's wait it out. Let the divine handle this. That's literally what I was getting in my head. The divine's like, they don't need to know. Let me handle it. I got you. Okay. That's what I'm getting. I don't normally get that, but definitely feeling that vibe today. Okay. Then I want to go into this oracle here. What is this one called? No, this one's called the Sacred Destiny. I think I called this the Sacred Destiny, but it is not. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm terrible at like the names of everything. That dark one is Wisdom of the House of Night. I don't know. I like to know the names of them, so if you guys do too. So this deck here, Wisdom of the House of Night, and it's very sharp. In case you don't like, you're very sharp when you're trying to shuffle. So it's just, I do want to do tarot reviews. I should totally do them. If anyone's interested, let me know. I might start doing those because I have so many decks and I'm always wanting more. So I'm so sorry. This is a Soul's Journey Oracle. That one was the Angel Guide, the orange. And then this one here is the Star Seed, the Rebecca Campbell one. She has two decks, two Oracle decks. You've probably seen them before, they're everywhere. Okay. This one is the Sacred Destiny. I love this deck because it's almost like a photography view of life. And I think it's just a beautiful deck. So let's just get a little bit of advice and we will go ahead and wrap it up here, Aries. And I appreciate anyone who's stuck around. And let me know if it resonates. We have diligence. So I almost want to like set this up. So diligence. I feel like there is an effort energy. It's like, I will not give up. And I'm getting that from your person. I'm getting that from you, but I think you're doing it in a way where you're like, you know what? I have taken enough action. I am exhausted. You have exhausted all my efforts. I have done everything I possibly can. And at this point, it is in your hands. And I'm getting that energy. But your person is not giving up, although you may feel that way, but Spirit wants to let you know there's something going on in the background that you're not aware of, that you're not supposed to be aware of, that you just have to trust. And you have to trust in the divine. And I know that can be hard, and I don't know what affiliations you are, if you're religious, spiritual, whatever, and it doesn't matter. But whatever entity or light that you believe in, there's some higher power. And even if you don't believe in a higher power, there's some force of nature that is happening in the background that you cannot explain. There's no logical sense to it. Although you're in a logical mindset is kind of the vibe I'm getting. This is more than that. This is beyond logic. This is an emotional attachment. This is something that's beyond, it's like soul purpose at this point. I'm getting very twin flame dynamic. Let me know if you are in a twin flame dynamic. I'd love to hear about those stories. I'd love to pick someone's brain about that. Okay, so obviously diligence. What else, Spirit? Those two wanted to come out. Happiness. Look at this. Happiness. So you guys are gonna laugh at this, but it's funny that we got the lust card because I was told by one of my close friends who like literally associates herself as a mermaid, like the ocean is everything to her. She was telling me dolphins are very sexual beings, and I was like, I would have never known this. Thanks for letting me know this information. Like, I knew they were super happy, but I did not know that. So every time I see these cards or a dolphin in any cards, it just makes me laugh because it's like happiness, joy, love, vitality, and that's the relationship that you're gonna end up with, right? Definitely getting that. There's the sun in the background. It's like this beautiful oceanic sunset vibes, like chilling by the beach, that kind of vibe, that kind of love. Flexibility. I feel like if you want to reach this happiness, there has to be diligence, there has to be flexibility on both sides. I'm getting this as a duality. You need to have balance within yourself. Yes, you need to have boundaries to this person, but you also need to have almost an unconditional love for them. And I know this is like, oh my God, you don't need to be a martyr or anything, but I'm just saying you already have that unconditional love for them. I can feel it. I can feel that this is a soul connection, right? You can't necessarily hide that from them though. Maybe right now, maybe you need a break until they reach out to you. I don't feel like if someone has done you wrong that you should reach out and say, I love you, I feel this way, and pour your heart out. I think that you should give them the exact match energy that they give you. So if they're not reaching out to you right now, don't reach out. If they're reaching out, hello, hey, casual, keep it casual. Don't go and confess and profess your love to them, you know. But as long as in the back of your mind, you're still having this hope, you're still manifesting, you know, this wonderful change within. And I'm saying within because this should be all focused on you and what you need to do, right? So you need to be flexible a little bit. I feel like you're pretty much ice cream right now. Nope, I will not bend. I will not break. I will not give in at all. So give them a little bit, and I feel like you, as long as you match their energy, you're in a good place. And if they're not reaching out at all, keep focusing on you and your career and everything you're dealing with. Please journal or face your emotions. If you can't tell them how you feel, write it down. Burn it afterwards. Whatever makes you feel best. Type it out in an email and send it to no one. You know, keep it as a draft. I personally made an email for myself just so I can send myself emails. I know that sounds ridiculous, but I love to journal, but I'm such a perfectionist that I don't like what it looks like on paper. So I'm like, I have to type it out. And I'm like, what am I going to do with this? I'm not going to print it out. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to make an email account specifically for my journal entries. And I'm just going to type it all out. And I'm going to feel better about it afterwards. I send the email. No one's ever going to ready to accept me. So if that works for you, that's something that works for me. Texting yourself works too. Even doing like a voice recording way back in the day, I remember Androids had like this voice recording option, and I used to like talk it out with myself, because I hate talking it out with other people because they can sometimes be judgmental and they don't quite understand the twin flame journey. So find yourself a soul tribe who understands, who's there for you, or journal it out by yourself. You know what I mean? I feel like getting one more card, and I just saw thriving. Yep, it came on the back of the deck, thriving. I feel like you are thriving. I feel like you are doing you. Keep doing you. Spirit says keep doing you. Okay, Aries, that is it for today. If you are interested in a personal read, if you are going through a twin flame situation and you would like to know what's going on, I'd love to do a reading for you. At this point, I just take donations. It's not really a charge. You can send me donations if you want to. It's mostly free readings. I send them through a YouTube link that's private. So if anyone's interested in that, I like to do pretty in-depth readings. So it's usually an hour or so. So if that's something you're interested in, let me know. Otherwise, you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much.